Okay, with that. Okay, so here I am inside of Premiere. I've got my two clips for here. I've got one clip of the boy from Home Alone, can't remember his name, Kevin I think actually. And then my second clip is this guy who's just been hit by an iron. So I want to add a video transition. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to dissolve from this first clip into the second one. So to do that, if I come to select this clip and come to effects, if you can't see effects, if it's hidden, you can just click this little drop down and then click effects, or you can just pull this out like so. Okay, so the view you're going to have, you're just going to be able to see these files. Now I want to go to, if I want to add a transition, I need to go to video transitions, click that drop down, and I've got a few, 1, 2, 3, I think it's got 7 folders here of different types of transitions. So I'm going to go to dissolve because I want to fade from one to the other, and I'm going to use cross dissolve. So if I click and drag this just onto this first clip, you can see it's not doing anything. You need to come and drag this to this line by here where these two clips are separated, where it goes from one clip into another. So I'll click and drag this again, not just to the footage, but to this line. And you can see it goes over both clips if I hold it in the middle, and that's what we want. We don't want it just on one or the other. We want it so it's highlighting both clips like so. Okay, so you can see it says cross dissolve there over both the clips, and if I just pull this along, we'll see what happens. It starts fading out and then dissolves into this clip. So cool. But that's how you basically add a transition. And if you come to effect controls up top, again, if you can't see it, click this little down arrow thing. So if we come to effect controls and click cross dissolve, we can see that we've got a duration. So at the moment it's taking 25 frames, which is 1 second, to do that dissolve. But if we have a look down here, what happens when I start clicking and dragging this, click and drag, you can see it's gotten a lot bigger. So yeah, that's I'll undo that though. That's basically how you add transitions. Let's have a look at another one. So I'll click this and delete that transition. Let's have a look at some 3D motion ones. So if I click and drag this cube spin one onto both the clips now, you can see, you may recognize this from PowerPoint. You can see it does this little cube spin thing between the two clips. So yeah, you can go into, click it and go into effect controls again and sort of play around with the duration, stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically how you add video transitions. There's lots to choose from, so have a look at what works best for you. So I'll delete that. Now, if I want to add some video effect, let's say for example I want to make this clip darker. If I want to do that, I can come to video effects. There's a lot in here. And to make it darker, I'll come to color correction. So that's just modifying the color. One I'd recommend looking at first, is brightness and contrast. So if I click and drag this to my clip, and then go to effect controls, I can see I've got brightness and contrast. So I can click and drag, let's say make this darker, and play with the contrast a bit, make it more contrasty. You can see that if I click this effect, FX box by here, I can turn on and off and see before and after. So this is before, the clip before, and this is when I've made it darker. So that's basically how you do some basic effects. Just make sure you click and drag it onto the clip, come to your effect controls and play around with it and see what you can get. But there's other ones in here, so let's come out of color correction and let's look at distort, see what's in here. Let's look at twirl. So I'll click and drag this on. And again, I've got all these all this stuff up here. So twirl, I'll come and alter the angle. And then if you look at the footage, you can start to see it twirling. You probably wouldn't want to use this, but you know, you can just click and drag, alter the radius as well. And yeah, this is basically how you add sort of video effects inside of Premiere. But I wouldn't do anything like that. But just have a play around and see what kind of stuff you can get. But yeah, that's basically how you add effects and transitions to your video clips. So yeah, cool, thanks.